Good morning. So as I was saying to the participants that today we're going to do an essential level mat Pilates class based on the STOTT Pilates method of movement. And it's essential, but it's not easy. It's really challenging. What's important about it is that it's really teaches your body how to control your movement. And it's going to mobilize your spine. So it's going to mobilize it with rotation, lateral flexion, forward flexion, and back extension. It's going to mobilize your shoulders and your hips. Okay, so we're going to combine all that movement with a breath. So let's get ready. Let's warm up here. So we're going to sit back onto the mat. So we're going to start with our breathing flexed forward. Okay, we're going to go through the whole warm up. So sitting right up on top of the sit bones, right? We already know that we want to stack our bones. We want our rib cage right over our pelvis, shoulders over our rib cage, and the neck, center of the neck should be in line with the center of your rib cage right here. The shoulders are wide, so you don't want to think of depressing your shoulders down like this, okay? Because that's actually straining. We don't want to be way up here. Of course, we want to be someplace in between. So rather than thinking down and back, I want you to think of pointing your shoulders out to the sides, okay? But keeping them nice and relaxed, so nice and wide across your clavicle here. Hands are just going to be on top of the knees. We're going to inhale, think of lengthening up through the crown of the head. Exhale, we're just going to nod the chin and flex the spine forward here. And just staying right here, you're going to relax your shoulders. Take a big inhale. Here you want to feel your rib cage expand out to the side and to the back in particular. We're going to stay here for a couple of breaths, okay? So inhaling again. When you exhale, I want you to pull your abs right in towards your spine and feel that all the way around your spine, front to back when you exhale and pull your abs in. We're going to do one more breath. So inhale here and exhale and lengthen and stack up. And we're going to do that one more time. Okay, so we're going to inhale here and I'm stacking my bones, acknowledging all my positions. Exhale, I'm just going to flex my spine and come down into this nice relaxed position here. So this helps to send my breath into the posterior aspect of my rib cage, which helps to get the breathing into the lower lobes of the lungs. That's where we get the best oxygen exchange. And exhaling here, I can really pull my abs away from my thighs. I'm gonna take one more big inhale, nice and relaxed through the upper body. Exhale, I'm gonna lengthen and stack all the way up here. And here I'm really pulling my rib cage away from my pelvis. Okay, so we're gonna do just a little bit of lateral flexion here to warm up, like our mermaid that we do. I'm gonna stretch my legs out a little bit further here. I'm gonna inhale and reach my left arm up towards the ceiling. My body's not moving with that. Now I'm gonna move my spine over into that side bend position. I'm gonna bring my head with me a little bit. I'm gonna hold here, inhale, sending my breath into the lateral part, right, of my rib cage right here. Exhale, lengthen and stack up, and inhale, that arm comes down. Okay, we're gonna do the other side. So I'm gonna inhale, just reach this arm up here. Exhale and take it over to the side. Really feeling my spine stretch on this side there. Inhale here. And exhale, lengthen, stack all the way up. And then this arm comes down. So we're going to go ahead and lay down onto the mat in that supine position. Make sure you have something behind your head if you need it. Okay. That's going to help keep your head in line with your spine here. We've got a lot of support here. So we're just going to bend the knees. About a hip distance apart is good for your legs. Arms are right down by the side here. We're just going to start with our pelvic rocking. So we're going to rock the pelvis back, right? Lifting the pubic bone up, keeping the hip bones down, all right? Now we're going to go the other way, dropping the pubic bone down towards the mat. So just going in between those 2 points, exploring your range of motion here. And then we're going to find some point in between those 2 points. That's going to be your neutral position. So hip bones and pubic bone lay in that same plane, that horizontal plane. You've got your natural curve in your lumbar, your lowest rib is down. Okay, that's your neutral, most shock absorbing position to be in. Okay, and it's the best place to access your deep stabilizers. Okay, we're going to take this into our imprint. So with that imprint, without pressing into the feet and using your glutes, just your abs, you're going to rock back right into your imprint here. So your pubic bone is a little bit higher than your hip bones. And your back isn't jammed down into the mat here. You're just engaging your obliques a little bit and your rectus abs, okay? That gives you extra support if you need it, if you can't work in a neutral position, okay? But typically when we have our feet up, so let's go ahead and put our feet up to test that imprint. This is going to give you more support than, say, that neutral position, right? Eventually, though, we want to be able to stabilize in neutral with the legs at tabletop, okay? So that's how you can modify if you need your imprint, okay? So we're going to hold here, back to imprint if you lost it. We're going to put the right foot down, left foot comes down. All right, so there's our imprint and release. So with this next exercise, the hip release, you have a choice to add more stability. You can work an imprint or neutral if you have that stability. So hands are right down by the side here. We're going to start with that left knee. Just release it out to the side. Send your leg down the mat without moving the pelvis. Turn the leg in and drag it up, okay? Just 2 more like that. So send that leg out to the side. So you should feel a sense of release through that hip joint. Turn it in, drag it up, and 1 more like that. So turn it out. So here you want to anchor your foot down, okay, if you can. You don't want to be like lifting your foot up and using your hip flexors with that, okay? The next one, we're going to let that knee fall in towards the other. Send it down the mat, turn it out, drag it up and around. So that's just the reverse, okay? And again, so knee falls in. I'm pressing down into the mat with my toe, then my heel. Then I'm dragging it up and around, okay? And 1 more like that. Knee comes in, take it out, turn that leg out, drag it up and around. So that should feel like a nice release through the hip joint. Let's do the other leg. So releasing out to the side with that left knee, my toes still down on the mat. I'm going to slide my leg away, turn my knee in, and then drag it up. Okay, I'm going to do 2 more like that. So here my pelvis isn't moving, right? I'm stabilizing with my abs. And last one here. So we're doing 3 in each direction. Turn in and drag up. I'm going to reverse that. So my left knee falls in towards my right. I'm going to press my toe down, send my leg down the mat, turn my knee out to the side, and drag it up and around, okay? I'm also breathing with all that. Hopefully you are too. Knee, send that leg down the mat, turn it out, drag it up and around. All right, there's our hip release here. We're going to turn to the side right here. We're going to do our spinal rotation. So I'm supporting my head with my hand right here. I'm going to reach my arms straight out. I'm actually going to start with some scap isolation here with that top arm. So I'm going to protract my scapula. So here I'm separating the space between my shoulder blades with that 1 arm, okay? And then I'm going to bring it back to neutral, okay? And again, so I'm going to reach and protract and then come back to neutral. Now I'm going to protract, but I'm going to twist my spine. So I'm just a little bit, I'm twisting my spine. I'm looking down towards the mat here. I'm supporting my head with my hand. Then I'm going to bring it all the way back. I'm going to do 2 more like that. So I'm rotating and I'm twisting my upper spine, okay? And then I come back. That feels really good to me. So just try to relax your head into your hand here as you do this and really reach with that left arm and then come back to neutral, okay? Here we're going to take it into our spinal rotation that you know. We're going to reach that top arm up and then we're going to twist and open. I'm pressing my knees together, but I'm allowing that hip to come with me a little bit here, okay? Relaxing both arms down. I'm going to take a big inhale here. And I'm going to exhale and I'm going to take it around. All right, hopefully that feels good. I'm going to inhale, reach that arm up and exhale and twist. Just letting my head come with me here. My shoulders are relaxed, okay? I'm not letting them come up on my ears. I'm not squeezing them down. Hold, inhale, and exhale and take it around. I'm just trying to warm up my body again. Inhale and exhale and we twist. Hold here, inhale and exhale and we bring it around. Let's do the other side. So I'm just going to flip over onto the other side of my mat. All right, so I'm on my shoulder here. I'm going to support my hand right here. I like this position because it helps to keep my scapula in neutral. So my shoulder blades are vertical in a vertical line. If I'm like this, it's kind of like, I feel like I'm collapsing into myself, okay? So here you want to reach your arms. Let's start with a gentle squeeze with the knees here. And we're going to do some protraction again. So I'm going to protract my scapula. I'm not twisting yet. That feels really good on my upper traps. So right here. And again, and you may feel that too, and you might not. You know, we're all so different, right? And 1 more, and reach, okay? So I'm adding a little bit of that rotation, so I want you to go ahead and do that too. So twist and rotate, and look down towards the mat here, support your head, and then come back, all right? So really that's thoracic rotation, right? And we're allowing that protraction to happen too. And one more like that, okay? So hopefully that feels good. And reach and protract. And come back just to neutral. That arm's gonna come up towards the ceiling and we're gonna twist and open. Take a big inhale here. Feel that rib cage open. Relax the shoulders down. And exhale, and we're gonna take that back around to the start position. We'll just do 2 more like that. So inhale, my arm reaches only. Now I'm twisting my spine. Gently pressing my knees together, but allowing that hip to come with me here. I'm gonna take an inhale. And exhale, I'm gonna bring it around. All right, and just 1 more like that. So inhale, I reach, and exhale, twisting right here. Hold, inhale. Exhale, contracting my abdominals and bringing it around. All right, so from here, I'm gonna go onto my hands and knees. We're gonna do a cat stretch. So hands are right underneath my shoulder joint, okay? So if you feel that's a lot of pressure for your wrist joint, you can just reach your arms forward a little bit. You can also go up on your knuckles and turn your palms into your so, okay, I'm actually gonna do that today. So my knees are right underneath my hip joint. You wanna find your neutral position here. It's a lot harder than when you're on your mat because we have no feedback, right? So here, your hip bones and your pubic bone, they should be in the same horizontal plane, right? That's what I always look for. You wanna have that natural curve in your back, in your lower back, and the opposite curve in your upper spine, and then your neck has the opposite curve. We're gonna hold here. Take a big inhale into the ribs. Exhale, curl the tailbone under, round the spine, drop the head into your cat stretch here. Take a big inhale. Exhale and go back the other way into extension. Okay, so this is a supported extension. I'm retracting my scapula here and sliding my shoulders down, making sure I don't drop my head. And now I'm gonna exhale, curl the tailbone under, drop the head, round the spine. Take a big inhale here. Exhale, I'm gonna curl that tailbone, lengthen through the crown of my head and reach up towards the ceiling. I'm pushing away with the mat here with my arms. Hold, inhale, exhale, check under around the spine. A lot of mobilization. Let's just take this back to that neutral position right here. We're gonna flip back over onto our back. And so lay on your mat, you're gonna bend your knees. I'm just going to make a quick change right here. There we go. We're gonna do some hip rolls. All right. So on the mat here, super important that we working through that spinal articulation, right? Again, hip width is gonna give you more movement of your pelvis on your femur, okay? So if you need that, legs are hip distance apart. I always do hip distance for me. So we're gonna inhale here to prepare. Make sure actually before you start, you don't have anything under your head here, okay? Because their hips are coming up above the head. We're gonna exhale, rock the pelvis back into your imprint, then feel that posterior pelvic tilt. Then you're gonna curl up. Right? Energy out through the knees here. So really important, we're gonna hold here for a minute. As you roll up and roll down, back down onto the mat, we don't need to force each vertebrae down. Okay, this is just like we're warming up. So you do wanna articulate, but we wanna try to make it a nice even flow. Okay, so here I'm thinking of engaging my glutes, energy out through the knees. Nice big inhale into the rib cage. I'm gonna soften my chest down away from my neck. So my head's not gonna move. So I'm softening down here, increasing my imprint, going through, here's my posterior pelvic tilt. Then I find my neutral, okay? Let's do that again. So I'm gonna rock back into that imprint, using my glutes here, I'm rolling up, okay? I really wanna make sure those fire. If you have a hard time firing or feeling your glutes, press down with your arms, okay? Your lats back here have a direct reaction with your glutes, okay? They will help you to fire your glutes. Hold, inhale. Exhale, soften the chest and rib cage. And roll down nice and easy. That should feel good. And exhale, let's roll up again. So if you are feeling strain in parts of your back, just don't take it up to that level where you feel it. You want to work within a good pain-free range of motion here, okay? And lengthen back to neutral. And then again, one more time, rolling it up here. I'm pressing down with the mat. Inhale, hold, exhale, and roll all the way down. Whew. All right. So from here, we're gonna take it into our ab prep, okay? So ab prep, you can put your hands behind your head. I'm actually gonna do that today rather than arms reaching because I wanna give my head and neck support. So I'm looking straight up at the mat here. I'm gonna inhale, just nod the chin slightly, right, to stabilize my head on my neck, and then I'm gonna flex my spine forward up off the mat. So it's just my lowest rib and then my upper spine. I'm keeping my pelvis in neutral. So you see I still have natural curve here. Hold, inhale, exhale to come down. So really important that when you lift your head up off the neck, off the mat, that you're not just using your neck muscles to pull, you're using your abs, okay, to lift up all the way. Hold, inhale, and exhale to come down. Let's do 2 more for 4 of those in total. Inhale, I just nod the chin slightly. Exhale, so I'm using my hands to support my head here and recruiting my abs to lift everything up off the mat. And then I'm gonna roll down again and 1 more. So that head nod, that's what's gonna stabilize your head on your neck, okay? So really important that we do that. I'm looking at about eye level here. Hold, inhale, and exhale, I'm coming all the way down. All right, there's our ab prep. So we're gonna stay on the mat because we're gonna start with the meat of the exercise, okay? So this is where the warm up ends and this is where we're starting. Okay, so we're gonna start with our 100. So I'm gonna work that 100 in an imprinted position. So I'm going to imprint my spine. So I'm not pressing into my feet or using my glutes here. I'm relaxing through my upper body. I'm gonna lift my right leg tabletop and my left leg. Now before we start here, I just want you to remember that when you bring your knees in towards your chest, that's gonna make it easier to maintain your imprint, okay, if you have a challenge with that. And then if you send your legs away, it's gonna challenge your imprint a little bit more. So know that through all of our tabletop series, okay? So you can modify that for yourself, right? So right here, I'm gonna inhale, prepare. I'm gonna exhale, I'm gonna nod my chin, and I'm gonna flex up my upper body. For more intensity, I'm gonna extend. So this is the exercise here without modifications. We come to this position and then we pulse the arms for 5 as we inhale, and then exhaling for 5 counts, okay? It's a nice smooth breath pattern. So we're gonna inhale for 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. So keep going like this, and I'm gonna present the modifications as we go through, okay? So bending your knees is gonna take a little bit of the challenge off if you need it, okay? Lowering your legs is gonna make it a little bit more challenging, okay? So you can have one hand behind your head, right? That's gonna help support your neck. All right, keep pulsing down. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Putting your head down, you're still working your abs. I'm gonna send my legs away a little bit, and that's going to help keep me out of neck tension, okay? Other modification, feet down, right? Nodding my chin and coming up, right? Still doing the 100. This is a modification for people who can't maintain imprint. All right, I'm gonna take it back. We're gonna do 2 more sets. And here we go. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 4, 5. Last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, bend the knees in. Exhale, upper body comes down, feet comes down. There are actually more modifications than that even, but hopefully that can help you to modify for yourself when you're like following along or when you're doing it at home on your own, because we all do hundreds, right? When we're just hanging out at home. Sitting up on top of the sit bones, we're doing our half roll back here. So I'm flexing my spine forward over the top of my legs. My pelvis is vertical here. My arms are reaching. I'm just looking right down towards my knees. Don't worry about keeping the bottoms of your feet glued to the mat. Your heels, yes, but not your, you don't have to like be able to point your toes super far here. That's not all that important here. So we're gonna exhale, curl the tailbone under. So I'm flexing my spine here, but I'm allowing my shoulders to protract and elevate just a little bit. So I'm not squeezing them back here like that, you see? So, and I'm pressing my heels down, and I'm gonna round and come up and over. All right, I'm gonna roll back. So here what's important, let's keep going with these reps, is that I'm not collapsing my body, right, up here. Okay, I'm not like, woo, right? There's lots of muscular integrity through the spine. And with Pilates, one of the big things with Joseph Pilates, so innovative at his time, was that he created an exercise with a series of exercises where we were working control, right? It's all about controlling both phases, right? So super, super good for us. And let's just do one more, rounding the spine up and over. So we're controlling on the way back. We're not just letting gravity take us back there, right? And one more here, rolling back. Yeah, and then take it up and over right here. So we're gonna roll all the way down on the mat. We're gonna do our one leg circle here. So rolling down. So here with one leg circle, we're challenging our position with our spine and pelvis, okay? So the idea is not to let your pelvis and spine move, staying relaxed through the upper body. Arms are gonna come right down. So we're gonna bend both knees here. We're gonna inhale, exhale, keeping your pelvis neutral. Just lift that right leg to tabletop. Okay, so this is a modification. If you tend to be tight through your hips, front or back, you're gonna bend both knees. Okay, staying in neutral. So if you can extend that leg and you still stay neutral, that's gonna be your start position. If you can extend this leg and have your thigh be straight up and down, staying neutral here, that's your start position, okay? So I'm gonna start like so. We're gonna inhale, cross that midline. Here I'm not letting my hip rotate, okay? And then I'm gonna exhale, take it around. I like to put my hands on my hips for some feedback, and that helps me to stay really stable through my core, okay? Inhaling here, exhaling, I'm using my abs to help stabilize me. We're gonna do 2 more like that. If you feel popping or clicking, you're gonna make your circle small enough that you don't feel it, okay? 1 more here, and take it around. Let's hold right here. So important that you know that it's not how big you can go, right? It is, you wanna go as big as you can without losing your mobility, okay? And without any pain. So let's take it away from the body, cross the midline here, and then bring it back up again. So we're reversing it, and 4 more. And I'm pressing down with my left foot, okay? That's actually helping me to recruit my glutes on the other side because they're part of my stabilization system. So are my lats. So pressing down with the mat is gonna help with that as well. Hold right here. Inhale, bend the knee. Exhale, send that leg down the mat, all right? Other leg. So remember, here is good. It's still maintaining the essence of the exercise, okay? You can have that leg extended. You can have this leg straight too, all right? As long as you can maintain neutral. If you're here, you're gonna lose that, the exercise and why we're doing it, okay? So make sure you can get that thigh right up there. So we're gonna inhale, cross the midline, exhale, and take it away. All right, I'm pressing down with my arms, right? Because that's gonna help me recruit my lats and help me to get my glutes fired up too. And on this side right here, let's do 1 more. Inhale, exhale, take it around. Let's reverse it. So inhale, I take that leg out to the side. Exhale, cross the midline and bring it up. Do 4 more like that. So lots of control. Still want to feel a sense of opening though through the hips. And 2, inhale and exhale. And last one here. Woo. 1 leg circle. Bend that knee, bring it in. All right. I'm gonna reach my toes up towards the ceiling here, reach my arms overhead, and I'm gonna do a full roll up to transition, okay? Arms reach overhead. Inhale, I reach my arms. Exhale, nod the chin. We're gonna roll up because we're gonna do our spine twist, okay? So with that spine twist, I wanna start with stacking my bones. So something a little bit different today. I've been cueing the spine twist with the legs hip width apart. And that's fine if you feel like tension in your hips or in your back. But if you can bring your legs all the way together, we're gonna actually recruit the inner thighs, okay? So if you have a ball at home or a block or a yoga block, I'm gonna use that ball between my knees here. I'm gonna bend my knees up to help me get right up on top of the sit bones, okay? Because this exercise really shouldn't start until you have your rib cage and your pelvis in line with each other, okay? We wanna do true rotation of the thoracic spine. Really important. So thoracic spine is from here to here. That's where we should have 30% or 30 degrees of rotation. We should rotate here more than here, than in our lumbar. We kind of have the opposite going on in our society today. So Let's reach those arms out. I'm gonna squeeze my ball, okay? If you don't have a ball, squeeze your knees together. And what we're gonna do is twist for 3. Keep squeezing, so I want you to pulse for 3 with your knees as you're pulsing this way for 3, okay? And then we're gonna come back to center right here, okay? We're gonna go the other way. So exhale, I'm pulsing with the ball as I'm twisting and pulsing here for 3. And then I inhale, come back to center, okay? And again, I'm squeezing that ball, twist, twist, and twist, and I come back to center, okay? And again, so exhale, 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 inhale, and again, inhale, reach, and exhale. So make sure you have that vertical line from your ear all the way to your hip right here, okay? We're gonna do, after this one more set. 2, 3, inhale, exhale, squeeze in that ball, 3 pulses. You should feel your inner thighs here too, right? And right here. Inhale, exhale. You just worked your anterior oblique line, okay? So it's a stabilizing system, okay? So abs, right? Inner thighs, okay? So here we go. We're going to keep going here. We're going to, what do we have next? Do you think I know in the back of my mind? So we're gonna do our rolling like a ball. Everyone loves this one, right? So kind of like in that half roll back position to start like so, but we're gonna lengthen the spine straight up. Just put your hands on your shins here. We're gonna start with the prep. So I'm gonna inhale here, exhale. I'm just gonna flex my spine from here down. So right here like so. I'm keeping my upper spine just neutral, and then I'm coming back up again, okay? So I'm rocking my pelvis back. So here I'm actually increasing the space between my thigh bone and my hip bone, yeah? And then come up, all right? So think of opening that by using your glutes to pull and tuck your pelvis under. Very similar to half roll back, but just a little smaller motion. One more time. So I'm trying to go nice and even on both sides of my spine. There's prep number 1. Number 2, we're gonna take it back, and we're gonna be on the sacrum here, in between your sacrum and your sit bones, okay? We're gonna bring the feet up a little bit, squeeze knees together, lift the toes up off the mat. Our hands are right here on the shins. So make sure you're not holding on here, okay? Relax the shoulders. We're in that whole C curve, okay? So what I'm gonna do here is I'm going to increase my spinal flexion. My legs aren't going to move, and then I'm gonna come back up again, okay? So I'm just increasing here and then coming back up again. Not my shoulders, not my head and neck, just my lumbar. I'm trying to stretch my lumbar towards the mat. It's so small, okay? And again, and I'm flexing and then I'm coming up. One more like that, flexing and then coming up. We're gonna go right into our full rolling like a ball here, okay? If you're feeling a lot of gripping through your hip joints, just sit up. You can let your legs open and you can still just be doing this prep, okay, that we were doing before. Otherwise, we're going for it, okay? So the toes are hovering just above the mat, hands are on the shins here. I'm gonna try to bring my shoulders so that they're closer in line to my hip bones, okay? Then I'm gonna roll back. So I'm maintaining this shape. I'm looking at my knees and I'm gonna roll right back up to the space between my sit bones and my sacrum here, okay? So I'm increasing my flexion to roll back, and then I'm increasing my flexion to come up, okay? We're gonna do 4 more like that. So rolling back, I've got my glutes engaged, woo! And inhale to roll back, exhale to come up. I'm also not on my neck here, okay? So make sure if you're rolling back, you're not rolling onto your neck. 2 more. So I'm maintaining my ab connection to keep my C curve. Those are my obliques and my rectus abs that are doing that. It's endurance. I'm gonna do 1 more. Rolling back, and then we come up again. So you do need to use a little bit of momentum with that, right? But it should come from here, not from rocking back that way, okay? So we're gonna go into our ab series, in case you haven't been working your abs yet. So we're gonna roll back down here onto the mat. Woo! We're gonna start with our single leg stretch. So I'm gonna imprint my spine here. I'm gonna bring my legs to tabletop position. Okay, so with my hands, I'm gonna stretch my right arm down my right shin. I'm gonna take my left hand and place it on the inside of my knee, right here like that, okay? This is for alignment, to keep your knee and your foot in line with each other so that your muscles, your quads, can actually track your kneecap well, okay? So there is a method, there's a reason, right? So we're gonna hold here, exhale, flex up with your upper body, okay? Here we're going to extend that left leg. So if you're feeling some neck tension here, you can support your head in your hands, it's gonna be harder, or you can just put your head down onto the mat, okay? So we're gonna inhale, switch the legs and the arms, and exhale, reach right here. Inhale, switch, exhale, reach. Inhale and exhale and reach. Inhale, switch, exhale, reach, right? So with this movement of the legs, right, it's actually challenging your pelvis, right? Your pelvis wants to rotate with this, but we're not gonna let it. That's part of the exercise. We're maintaining that C curve. We're gonna do 4 more. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Hold right here. I'm gonna take my hands, place them behind my head, and I'm gonna rotate towards my right knee, okay? And then I'm gonna bring my knees in, switch them, and rotate towards the other side. I'm supporting my head in my hands here, okay? You can be doing this with your feet down, just going side to side like this, right? It's still super challenging, right? And we're gonna keep going. And we're gonna do 4 sets here. So 4, inhale, exhale, and 3, and 2, and 1 more here. Inhale, we come to center. Exhale all the way down. Are you feeling your abs? Holy cow. Let's put those feet down just for now. We're gonna do our double leg stretch, okay? So with this, we're gonna do the upper body and the lower body at the same time, okay? So we're gonna be reaching overhead and circling around. Let's go to imprint, and then we're gonna lift those legs to tabletop, okay? So the legs are just gonna reach out and then come back in again, okay? So we've gotta squeeze those knees together to help to keep that adductor connection here, okay? Upper body, the arms are gonna come here, you're gonna bend your elbows, you're gonna reach towards the ceiling and then circle around, okay? So here we go, we're gonna inhale, exhale, flex up with the upper body. You can work with your head down here too, for sure, okay? So we're gonna exhale, arms and legs. Notice I'm not here, okay? I'm here, and that's really helping me to stay flexed. And then I'm circling and coming in, and exhale. So I'm maintaining this ab prep shape. A lot of times there's other exercises where they want you to go down and then come up again, but that's not what this one here is, okay? We're just trying to challenge our ab prep by circling our arms and legs. Super challenging. We're gonna do 4 more. Exhale here, inhale, circle, and 3. And if you're feeling neck tension, you can go here, and 1 more. And we hold, inhale, exhale, come all the way down, and feet come down, okay? Taking a mini break, the next one is scissors, okay? So with those scissors, options as usual, you can work with your head down, right? The other option is you can be working with your knees bent, okay? That makes it a little bit more doable. So legs are extended here, hands are on the outside of the knees, and I'm gonna nod my chin and flex up to that ab prep, okay? So if you're flexing forward, but this is challenging here, you can just bend your knees. We can do the same exercise. So I'm gonna start with a bent knee, and then I'm gonna straighten my legs out, okay? So here I'm gonna reach my right knee in towards me, my left leg away. I'm gonna tap my toe down, and I'm gonna do a double pulse, opposing forces. I'm not pulling my leg in towards my chest or pulling myself up with my upper body. Inhale, switch, exhale, double pulse, 2, right? So there's a modification right there. Now, I'm gonna bring my knees together, straighten my legs out, and do the same thing with my legs straight, right? So I'm not pulling my legs in with my hands, I'm holding this ab prep shape, okay? We're gonna do 4 more. Inhale as we switch, exhale to reach. And we have 2 more after this one. 1, and 2, that's it. Bring both legs up right here. Inhale, exhale, upper body comes down. Let's bend the knees and bring the feet down. All right. Holy cow, that was the ab series, the essential ab series, okay? So from here, we're gonna do our rollover prep, okay? So imprinting the spine, keeping the shoulders nice and relaxed. Make sure you don't have anything behind your head for this one. I'm gonna bring the right leg up, then the left leg. I'm gonna cross my ankles and kind of relax my knees open a little bit here, okay? I'm gonna send my legs away just to help me to find that neutral position. So we're in imprint, but I want you to kind of rock into your neutral if you can maintain that, okay? So what we're gonna do here is press down with the arms a little bit, but keep your shoulders tension free. I want you to imprint your spine and try to roll your pelvis off just a little bit. All right, so it helps if you bring your legs in towards you, right, and imprint and roll and come down. So notice I don't have a huge range of motion, right? Some of you may not be able to get your pelvis off, and that's okay. What you do want to feel is just feel like you're bringing your pubic bone towards your rib cage. Feel that contraction, okay? Super important. That's your internal obliques, right? And we really want to be able to access those, but typically we don't, okay? So just by feeling that contraction is really helpful. That's why those hip rolls with our feet down are so good, right? Keep rolling. So eventually we're going to be able to roll up a little bit higher, but you got to start somewhere, right? And let's just do 2 more here. And last one. Awesome. And the feet come down. Okay, so time to flip over onto the stomach. We've been on our back for pretty much this whole time. We're making really good time here. So just flipping over, we're going to do our heel squeeze prone, okay, and then a 1 leg kick, and then our breaststroke. Okay, so heel squeeze prone, we're laying on the mat here and just folding the hands up. I'm going to put my head down here. I'm going to turn my head to the side so you can hear me, but you really should try to keep your head this way. But you probably have to watch. So as long as you're not tweaking yourself, right? So your toes are going towards the corners of the mat here. Then you're going to bend your knees just about a 90-degree angle. And then you're going to bring your heels together here like so. Okay, so the whole idea here is to stay stable through your body. Press the hips down. So your hip bones and your pubic bone, press them down into the mat. Try and feel your rib cage down into the mat too, okay? Squeeze those heels and engage your glutes. All right, there, that's gonna turn your glutes on and turn your hips off. This is one of the best ways, if you're doing it right, to turn overactive hip flexors off, okay? Super important. And relax, okay? And again, so we're gonna exhale, really squeeze those glutes, press the heels together, push into the mat, but still relax your neck and upper body. Pull those abs in tight too. And relax. You almost want to think of imprinting, okay? Here we go again. Exhale. Squeeze. You feeling those glutes fire? Inhale and release. And again, exhale, and we squeeze into those glutes. Press, press, press those heels. And release. If your hamstrings are spasming on you, that's because you're probably releasing your glutes too soon. Sometimes it takes a while to train those glutes properly, okay? So the next exercise here is a 1 leg kick, okay? So we're just gonna reach those legs down the mat and relaxing my head here. Seems nice and easy, this exercise, but really it's super challenging because we don't wanna move the pelvis, okay? So again, think of engaging your glutes and pressing your hips down into the mat. And what we're gonna do is exhale, keep your toes pointed. We're gonna bring that left foot in towards your glute like so. Release a little. Flex your foot, bring it in, and then send it away, okay? We're gonna do the other leg. So you're gonna point your right toe, bring it in, release a little, flex your foot, pull it in, and release. Okay, other leg. Yep, release a little, flex, send it away. Other leg in, release a little, flex your foot, bring it in, and bring it down. Again, so point, flex, and down. Point, flex, and down. So if you have it, let's go a little bit quicker. So point, flex, and down. Got to keep your glutes engaged. So you don't want your hips coming up off the mat here. Point, flex, and down. Point, flex, down. Abs are super tight. We have 1 more set here, and here, here, and down, all right? So we're gonna take this into our breaststroke. So we're in the right position right here. Just slide your hands down. You want your shoulders nice and wide here, across the chest in the front and across your back, okay? Engaging your glutes, pressing your hips down. We're going to inhale, prepare, exhale, just reach those arms. So you're hovering above the mat like Superman, right? Keeping your feet anchored down. We're gonna inhale, circle the arms and lengthen up. So this isn't how much can you arch your back. It's how much can you stabilize your lower spine and move your upper spine. That's the intention here. And exhale, take it away. So keep going with this. You want to make sure you're not hyperextending through the neck. It's just your mid-back. And exhale, come down. Inhale, and we come up, keeping the lowest ribs down. Exhale, bend the elbow and dive forward. Inhaling, extend and reach. Exhale. Inhale, circle and lengthen. Exhale, dive forward. We're going to do one more like this. Inhale here. And exhale. Just come all the way down. Woo. Take that back for a shell stretch. So there's our back extension work. So shell stretch. We're just doing like a cat stretch with the spine, right? Pretty much. Relaxing your head and neck here. We're going to take this into our saw. So sitting up. I'm just going to face this way. So you want to be on top of your sit bones here with saw. I'm going to actually turn so you can see the spine. So rib cage over the pelvis, okay? I'm bending my knees. My legs are just wider than my shoulder distance apart. If you can sit in neutral with your legs straight, that's where it's going to be, okay? That's where I'm going to be here today. Dorsiflexing my feet. I'm going to reach my arms up, turn my palms to face this way. Okay, so we're going to start with just twisting towards the left. So I'm going to inhale, twist my spine towards the left, okay? So I'm not really bringing my pelvis with me here. I'm anchoring my sit bones down, okay? So then I'm going to sweep that right arm across so my pinky finger is in line with my pinky toe here. All right, so I'm going to flex my spine from head to tail. I'm going to turn this back hand down and flex. I'm going to go through it slowly just for one rep, and then we'll get a little bit more dynamic. So the saw, right, comes from the arms. So I'm reaching my right arm forward and I'm reaching my left arm back and I'm looking down at my knee, okay? Then I'm gonna stack back up again. So I'm pulling my shoulders in towards me and stacking my spine. Unwind that back hand and open to the side. And do the other side, okay? So inhale to twist, sweeping that arm across, okay? Pinky finger, pinky toe. Turn that back thumb down. Then I'm gonna saw here as I flex my spine. So I'm reaching that back hand and I'm reaching this front hand away from each other. Then I'm gonna stack my spine back up again, unwind that back hand and rotate to center. Okay, we'll go more by dynamic now with it. So inhaling, exhale, turn the back hand and flex. Inhale, stack back up again, holding the rotation. Exhale, rotate, okay? Inhale and we twist. Exhale, we saw that out, reaching those hands. Inhale, stack it back up again, unwind the back hand. Exhale to center. And again, so inhaling, exhale, we twist and reach. Inhale, lengthen, stack up. Exhale, open. Let's go again. And we twist. Exhale, flex the spine. Inhale, lengthen, stack. And exhale, we open to center. One more set. Inhale, we twist. Exhale, that back hand turns down as I reach. Inhale, I lengthen, stack my bones. Exhale, come back to center. One more time. Inhaling, twist. Exhale, I flex my spine. I'm looking down at my knee without collapsing. I lengthen, stack up. Inhale, come back to center. Woo! So a lot of mobilization with that exercise. So even though we weren't moving the legs, you actually are mobilizing them because you're twisting, right? So there is a little bit of mobilization happening through here. Definitely mobilizing those shoulders and the spine flexion extension. Such a great exercise. I love that one. Okay, so we're going to do our neck pull prep. This is a good one. So if you're feeling some gripping in your hip flexors and you have your ball close by, a lot of times just squeezing into that ball is going to help engage your adductors and release those hip flexors over time, okay? So that's a good practice to get into here. So I'm dorsiflexing my feet, pushing my heels down. I'm going to put my hands right here at my forehead, right? And I'm feeling a little tight through the top of my anterior shoulders. You can also put your hands back here if that's comfortable for you, okay? Totally up to you. So I'm gonna go here like that. So we're gonna stack the bones. So we're inhaling here, I'm squeezing into the ball. Exhale, I'm gonna tuck my tailbone under and I'm gonna roll back to that half rollback position here. Okay, I'm gonna inhale and hold. Exhale, I'm gonna round my spine over the top of my legs. Does this kind of feel familiar a little bit? Roll down on with back rowing on the reformer. And then we're gonna lengthen and stack all the way up, okay? So here we exhale, roll back. I'm squeezing into that ball here. Inhale, I feel my rib cage expand. Exhale, I'm stabilizing my head on my neck here. So I'm not dropping my neck down. I'm moving through my spine, okay? And again, exhale and a roll back. So I'm just looking straight ahead. So I'm about a fist between my chin and my chest. That's gonna stay. I take it up and over. And I lengthen and stack up. We're gonna do 2 more like that. Exhale, roll back. Inhale and hold. Exhale, come over. Inhale, lengthen and stack. And 1 more like that. Exhale, roll back. Inhale, we hold here. Exhale, take it over. Inhale, lengthen and stack all the way up. All right, so we're gonna do our obliques roll back, okay, while we're in this position here. So sitting up nice and tall, we're gonna reach those arms straight out in front, okay? So here, try not to depress the shoulders down or elevate them. We want them just in between, okay? I'm feeling nice and strong though through my shoulder girdle, so not protracting too much or retracting, just right there in the center again. So I'm tucking my tailbone under first, even on both sides, squeezing into that ball. I'm gonna sweep this arm down and I'm gonna twist, reaching this arm up. I'm looking towards that hand. Okay, so I'm gonna hold here for a second and tell you what you wanna be looking at. Sternum, belly button, pubic bone, in line with each other here. That's rotation, okay? Sweep this arm down, unwind your spine and come back to the start. Let's do the same side. We'll do 4 on this side and 4 on the other side. So rocking back, twisting the spine and reaching, okay? I'm squeezing that ball to help direct my rotation to my thoracic, and then I come up. 2 more like that, tucking the tailbone under and twisting. So this hand here should be in line with my right knee, okay? That opposite knee. And again, 1 more time, inhale and I'm gonna reach. I'm actually doing opposing forces with my hands here too, and coming up. Let's do the other side, okay? So I'm gonna turn sides here. You don't have to do that. I'm gonna rock back and I'm gonna reach with this arm right here, okay? Left hand and right in line with that left knee, tucking the tailbone under and coming up again. Let's do 3 more. Dipping my hand down and reaching, relaxing my shoulders here, squeezing my knees, and then coming back up again. So rotation and flexion, right? Woo. And last one here. And rocking back, squeezing those knees, and then I come all the way up, right up on top of the sit bones. Got to swing this over. We got to do our side lying stuff, okay? Mat work is not finished unless you do side stuff, right? So we're going to start with that side kick, okay? And I'm going to come all the way down on my mat here. I'm going to use this ball here, but just like to put my hand on top of, okay, to help me stabilize my scapula. All right, so always an option to do that. If you don't have a ball, okay, it's right here. Actually, my ball rolled away, so I'm not going to use it. So my feet are going to come to the corner of my mat up here. So my hips are actually flexed. I'm supporting my head with my hand right here. Really important here that you lift your abs up off the mat. Your hips are stacked. And here your pubic bone and your hip bones, they should be in the same plane, right? Yeah, and now we're gonna lift that top leg so that it's in line with your hip joint here, okay? So we're gonna start with inhaling, flex this hip and do a double pulse. Notice I'm not dropping my leg. Exhale to come back, I'm gonna point my toe and reach. So this here doesn't change. So if I had a board right up against my hips, I'd be staying right up against that board, okay? So I'm gonna flex my foot and kick, 1, 2, and then reach back. And inhale. So here I'm thinking of reaching my sit bone down, okay? And as I reach back, I'm thinking of imprinting a little bit. even though I'm not moving my spine, right? I am thinking about that. It's gonna help me to stay connected. So inhale and exhale, I reach back. Let's do 2 more like that. Inhale, pulse, pulse, exhale, back, and 1 more. And yep, this is so great for helping to balance the hips here. Let's reach that bottom leg so that it's in line with the top leg, and then we come down. Maintaining a nice neutral spine. So from here to here, no movement, okay? From here down is where we want the movement. So hand right here for support. I'm going to inhale, just lift that top leg up. My knees are pointing forward. It's not, you don't have to go super high here, okay? Exhale, flex your foot and bring it down. Inhale, point and lift. And exhale, flex and lower. So inhale, point, lift. Exhale, flex and lower. I'm pulling my abs nice and tight. I'm just going to do 2 more. Flex and lower. And last one here, I'm going to hold up. So holding right here, I'm going to do circles. So I'm going to inhale, circle down, and then exhale, back and around, okay? Inhale, forward and down, exhale, back and around. And I'm just isolating my movement at my hip joint here. And 2 more. Yep. And last one. It's hard when you only have feedback from the mat on the side of your body, right? To help you know that you're not moving. We're going to go back, down, and around, all right? This is a great exercise to help strengthen your transverse abdominis, your deep stabilizer of your spine, also your back muscles, your deep rotators, your stabilizers of your back. And 1 more here, back, down, up and around, holding right here. That leg comes down. We're gonna do legs staggered. So we're gonna bring that top leg up. Exhale, we're gonna bring the bottom leg to meet that one, and then they both come down. All right, try and stay out of that neck tension here, okay? If you need to put your head down on something, then go for it, okay? So inhale, that top leg lifts. Exhale, they both come up and then down. All right, top leg, bottom leg, and down. Let's just do 1 more here. Top leg, bottom leg, and down. Now we're gonna do our lateral flexion here. So this arm is gonna reach down the mat, and so it's a little bit forward. My hand's gonna be right here on the top of my top leg. I'm gonna inhale, exhale, I'm gonna lift my upper body, push down in to the floor with my left hand, lift both legs up. So I'm squeezing my legs together and reaching. Here I'm trying to have my feet and my head even. So I don't wanna be way up here with my head. Yeah, I'm trying to make it a nice even lateral flexion and then come down. We're just gonna do 2 more like that. So I'm come all the way back down to the neutral position and exhale to come up. Really trying to work that balance between my upper body and lower body here. And then down. Woo. And up, exhale. And inhale to come down. We're gonna do 1 more like that. And exhale, lower body and upper body. So using my obliques here, right? Try and create that. Also, my legs are working really hard. Squeezing my inner thighs together, my glutes. Woo! And let's do the other side. So I'm gonna flip down here. We're gonna start with our side kick, then do our side leg series, then our lateral flexion, okay? So here we go. Hopefully that's feeling good. Holy cow, gotta hurry. So reaching your toes, pointing towards the mat right here, supporting my head in my hand, nice neutral position. I'm gonna lift that top leg, flex my top foot. So here I'm trying to reach this hip away from my rib cage, and I'm gonna kick forward. Inhale, double pulse, exhale and bring it back. Woo. And kick, kick. So I'm feeling like today I have a lot less range of motion on this side, right? And that's okay, you're gonna have those days, right? But we are working towards that balance, creating a nice balance through both sides of our body, yeah? And reach, hand can be in front. We're gonna do 2 more, inhale, and exhale, we reach, thinking of imprinting here, and last one, pulse, pulse, and back. I'm gonna slide that back leg down, bring this leg right in line with it, point both toes. I'm gonna inhale, point and lift, exhale, flex and lower. And again, inhale, point and lift, exhale, flex and lower, inhale, point and lift, exhale, flex and lower. We have 1 more here. We're gonna hold. We're gonna circle forward, back and around, just for 5, and 4, Inhale, exhale, 3. Keep that knee pointing forward so that your femur is parallel. Hold right here. We're going to reverse it. So back, down, forward, and around. And again, back, down, forward, and around. 3 more. Woo, not moving through the spine here, just that hip joint. And last one here. Yep, bring that leg down, reach that leg back up again. We're gonna do our legs staggered. Get those inner thighs involved here. Squeeze, and then we come down. Top leg lifts, bottom leg comes up, and they both come down. And again, top leg, bottom leg, and they both come down. We're gonna do 2 more. And 1, 2, and 3. And last one, top leg, bottom leg, and they come down. Lateral flexion, so reach that arm out. Palm is facing down here. I'm gonna relax my head, and on the top of my leg, I'm gonna inhale. Exhale, my legs come up together, my upper body, I'm pushing down into my arm here, trying to make my feet and my head in line with each other. And then I come all the way down, inhaling here. And exhale, we come up. So you can use this bottom hand right here. You don't have to be here. This is gonna help you to balance a little bit, right? And bring it all the way down. We're gonna do 2 more. And exhale into that lateral flexion, squeezing those legs together. And then we come down. Ooh, I'm really feeling it on this side here. Inhale, exhale to come up. Just pointing out that, just thinking about how these exercises make your body feel, right? Come all the way down. Awesome. Okay, so we're gonna sit up here. We're gonna do a quick stretch, right? So really, like with my Pilates classes that I teach at the green room or here, I don't involve a lot of stretching because stretching is so unique to our bodies, right? And sometimes we feel like something needs to be stretched, but it doesn't, okay? And that can be kind of dangerous. So I kind of keep the stretching a little bit on the down low, and I'm more into active lengthening for classes and stuff like that, okay? So, but anyhow, so be careful with your stretching, okay? So I'm gonna bend my left knee just like I'm sitting, Taylor sitting, crisscross applesauce, whatever you wanna call it. I'm gonna bring that leg across. This is just a glute stretch here. It's your figure 4. It's pretty low key. I'm gonna drive my right hip down. I'm gonna pull my leg in towards me and twist here, okay? And what I like about this one though is it's also increasing your rotation with your thoracic spine, which most of us need, okay? Pulling that knee in. Woo, come to center. Let's switch those legs out and cross it over. Let's pull that knee in. Give yourself a twist here. Think of reaching and lengthening your spine with all of your movement, okay? Check in with yourself through the day and make sure you're not like collapsing like this. Every now and then I catch myself doing that. I'm like, oh. Hopefully no one catches me. Let's lay all the way down, all the way down. Let's stretch those hips out here. Reach, reach, reach. Let it all go. Try and lengthen your spine. Take a big inhale. Get that air flowing and reach those arms and those legs. Squeeze your glutes. So squeezing your glutes is going to help turn these off, right? And that's it. All right. Well, thanks for joining me today. I hope you'd enjoy that. We almost got through all of the essential exercises. I think we missed maybe 3 or 4. But anyway, there's your true Pilates class. So we'll see you soon for sure. Okay, if you have any questions, just, email me or text me. I'm always happy to answer questions. All right.
Thanks, Kat.
Thank you. Thanks for joining me.